Infidelity used to be exposed by a stray receipt or a late-night phone call. Now, algorithms can identify an affair through data patterns that a human partner would never think to look for. Individuals are currently deploying tools to clone voices, track movement through background metadata, and run automated sentiment analysis on private messages. This shift raises a difficult question for modern relationships. Can we actually rely on a machine to accurately diagnose a partner's loyalty? The friction required to spy on a loved one has vanished. Tools that were once the exclusive domain of state intelligence agencies are now available to anyone with a smartphone and a subscription. Catching a cheater previously meant hiring a private investigator to spend nights in a car with a long-lens camera. It was a slow, expensive, and physically demanding process. Those physical barriers have been replaced by software. High-level digital forensics are now part of domestic disputes, allowing users to process years of behavioral data in a single afternoon. The hunt for the truth has migrated into the digital footprint, where a person's history is recorded in timestamps and location pings. A viral TikTok story recently highlighted this capability when an influencer used an AI clone of her boyfriend's voice to call his friends. The synthetic voice successfully tricked them into revealing his secrets. While the video was eventually revealed as a stunt, the underlying tech is functional. Modern generative models can replicate a specific human voice using only a few seconds of raw audio. This creates a scenario where a partner can conduct a real-time sting operation over the phone. The software handles the impersonation, making it easy to extract information through social engineering. Using a machine to steal a person's identity for an interrogation represents a massive shift. The technology moves beyond simple observation and into active deception. AI focuses on the consistency of daily habits. It is designed to notice tiny, cumulative shifts in a routine that a human partner might dismiss as a bad mood or a busy week. These systems monitor specific data points: how long it takes to reply to a text, whether a phone is moving when it should be stationary, and the presence of gaps in a messaging history. Consider a person who has texted their partner every night for years. If a window of silence begins appearing every night between 11 p.m. and 2 a.m., the software flags it immediately. The algorithm compares this new silence against the user's entire history of behavior. It doesn't see a person sleeping, it sees a statistical anomaly. The AI doesn't need to see a single photo or read a single word of text. It builds a case based entirely on the metadata of when and where the phone is being used. The investigation often moves from monitoring habits to scanning the device itself for hidden activity. Monitoring tools look for ghost apps, programs that look like a standard calculator or a system folder, but actually hide encrypted dating profiles or secret messaging platforms. The software cross-references how much data an app is using against its reported function, flagging apps that are suspiciously active or set to delete messages automatically. Attempting to hide an app in a folder is a human solution to a digital problem. It is ineffective against a scanner that checks every partition on a device simultaneously. Perhaps the most invasive method involves natural language processing. People are now uploading years of text message history into AI models for a full analysis. They ask the AI to calculate the emotional distance in the conversation or to identify language patterns that suggest the partner is being evasive. The machine categorizes human conversation into metrics, labeling specific phrases as manipulative or noting a decline in the use of affectionate terms. Using math to measure the health of an interaction changes how we view our partners. They are no longer people we talk to, but data sets to be decoded. The danger lies in the fact that an algorithm sees the what, but never the why. It treats all data as equal, regardless of the human context behind it. A sudden drop in communication and an emotional detachment score could be the result of a partner struggling with a difficult project or burnout at work. Secretive behavior and a sudden change in location patterns might look like cheating to a machine, even if the person is just spending their lunch breaks shopping for a surprise gift. Artificial intelligence struggles with sarcasm and the complexity of human nuance. It views every deviation from the norm as a potential threat. Because the software cannot distinguish between a malicious lie and a harmless surprise, it creates a high risk of false accusations based on data that has been misinterpreted. When a partner becomes a target for high-level surveillance, the dynamic of the relationship shifts. It moves from a partnership based on mutual sharing to one of observation and verification. In this environment, the AI often acts as a confirmation bias engine. If someone already suspects their partner, the software will highlight every late reply as evidence, fueling a cycle of constant paranoia. If every action must be verified by a machine, the space required for organic trust begins to disappear. We are approaching a future where AI relationship assistants might provide real-time honesty scores or alerts when a partner's tone shifts. These tools might successfully expose a liar, but they do so by replacing conversation with surveillance. Over time, the constant monitoring can erode the very connection the user is trying to protect. If the belief in a partner's loyalty is outsourced to an algorithm, it raises a question about what's left of the relationship. What is the value of trust if it's no longer something we give, but something a machine has to prove?